Teams have met this year. The previous meeting back February 27. Tigers went down to Mobile. They fell in that one by a score of 12-0. But this is a series that goes all the way back to 1968. 30th meeting between these two ball clubs as West Alabama won that inaugural meeting back in 1968 by a score of 8-2. And West Alabama looking to complete the regular season home stand, as this will be the final time of the season that the Tigers will take the field here at Tard Field. The final game of the West Alabama baseball season coming up this weekend, as the Tigers, they will be traveling to Rome, Georgia. They will take on Shorter University. They've got the single game scheduled for Friday. That's in 11 a.m. Central Time, and the doubleheader scheduled for 11 a.m. Central on Saturday. Now, those games will be brought to you live 104.9 The Press Box, as well as the Slyrock.com app. I'll be bringing the play-by-play for those particular contests, and you should be able to follow as well via live stats as the folks there at Shorter will be providing that particular game tracker. But excited to see how West Alabama does not only this afternoon, but as they take the road to Shorter. This weekend obviously looms very large for West Alabama as they're still trying to get their way into the Gulf South Conference tournament. The top 8 teams in the league go to the tournament, and West Alabama is sitting in that number 9 spot right now with an opportunity, depending on how things go this weekend. Shorter is ahead of West Alabama, so besting Shorter would definitely help the West Alabama cause this weekend. The other things that are going on in the league this weekend: Union will be at Alabama Huntsville. Valdosta State will be at West Georgia. Auburn Montgomery, they will travel to Montevallo. Lee will go to West Florida. And Mississippi College will go to Delta State. And, kind of looking at the league, the top 6 teams have secured spots in the tournament. That's Lee, Auburn Montgomery, Valdosta State, West Florida, Delta State, and Montevallo. They're going, the seeding to be determined. 7, 8, 9, and 10, Shorter and West Georgia at 13 and 14, and then West Alabama and Union at 11 and 16, all right there in the mix. So, and then an outside looking in, but not that far out of the mix, is Mississippi College. Christian Brothers and Alabama Huntsville have been, eliminated from that possibility, but the best I can tell, all the way through position 11, kind of still up for grabs, and West Alabama right in the thick of that. This past weekend, the Tigers, they hosted the Chargers, fell in a tough series. They won 1 out of the 3, but they did have the opportunity to honor 6 seniors this weekend. Those seniors included Jace Dunsford, Peyton Graven, Roe Ketchum, Houston Kitterman, Kyle Vogler, and Jackson Wynn. And it's nice to be able to, see these guys, as many of them come in here as freshmen, some as transfers, but being able to honor the seniors this weekend was a nice way to send the guys off on a conference note. But today will be the final time of the season where the guys take the field here at Tart Field. We are about to get ready for the starting lineups as well as the national anthem here at Tart Field. So what we will do, we'll take a break. We will get the starting lineups as well as the national anthem here briefly, and when we come back, we'll bring all of that to you. But looking forward to an awesome afternoon of baseball. I'm going to be joined in the booth this afternoon by our YouTube video producer, Mr. Philip Akins. So we should have a nice afternoon of baseball as the Tigers, they take the field at Tart for the final time this regular season. You're listening to 104.9 The Press Box. This is Tiger Baseball.
welcome to the field your West Alabama Tigers. In left field, number 29, Albert Hernandez. In center field, number 49, Will Wood. In right field, number 14, Blake Vineyard. At third base, number 24, Braden Pelkey. At shortstop, number 3, Bryce Newman. At second base, number 10, Houston Kitterman. At first base, number 21, Chase DeJean. Behind the plate, number 2, R.J. Fletcher. And on the mound, number 35, Graham Holland. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to please rise as you are able. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome back to Tart Field. They've got the starting lineups taken care of, as well as the national anthem. The Badgers from Spring Hill College, they came up from Mobile this morning. That's just shy of 4 hours, about 169 miles campus to campus. Spring Hill College, founded back in 1830. So Spring Hill's been around for quite a while. They're a Jesuit Catholic college, and it's a really pretty campus down there. And their baseball facility is right there in the heart of campus. I made the trip down there last year and was unable to go this particular time, but I'm looking forward to this one this afternoon. They're going to be wearing their road grays, where the Badgers, gray pants, purple piping, purple socks. They've got Spring Hill across the chest there, and the purple numerals front and back. Purple lids. West Alabama will go with the white pants with the red pinstripes, red jerseys. Black numerals on the front and back, and the UWA across the chest there. They're going with the camo lids this afternoon from left to right in the outfield for West Alabama. It'll be Albert Hernandez in left, Will Wood in center field, and Blake Vineyard. He'll play right. Tigers will start with a left-hander. Graham Holland as he catches the outside corner for a called strike. His battery mate this afternoon, R.J. Fletcher. The 0-1 in there for a called strike. 0-2 to the right-handed hitting second baseman. That's Ethan Valdez. Holland will deal. That's going to be too tall. On the infield, a new look today for the Tigers on the infield. Braden Pelkey at third base, Bryce Newman at shortstop. Houston Kitterman at second base, and Chase DeJean over at first base. The 1-2 That'll find its way off the clubhouse down the first base line. Count remains 1-2. So DeJean moving from third to first base today. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Sharp shot down the right field line. It'll stay well foul. Valdez listed 5'9", redshirt senior from Tampa, Florida. Valdez, the team leader in hits. He's got 50. Hitting .325 on the season. The 1-2 pitch on the way. That's going to be an emergency swing foul toward the first base coach's box. Count remains 1-2. Beautiful afternoon here in Livingston. Temperatures predicted in the upper 70s today. The 1-2, that'll miss low. We got to be hovering right around 77, 78 degrees this afternoon with a light breeze. As Graham Holland, he looks in, he gets to sign the 2-2 pitch on the way. That's going to be a little looper to Kitterman at second base. Valdez will be retired on the pop-up to the second baseman, first out of the inning.
Center fielder number 2, Jackson Bell.
West Alabama's Graham Holland. This will be his 10th start of the year. 8.13 ERA, 27 2/3 innings pitched. He struck out 24 as he'll go to work against the right-handed sitting fielder, Jackson Bell. That'll miss outside, 1-0 the count. The 1-0 called strike. I have no idea why there is a crazy beeping here at the ballpark, but it's slightly annoying as Bell will drop that one into center field. Badgers' first base runner of the afternoon comes on the base knock by Jackson Bell.
Shortstop number 3, Seth Williams.
Seth Williams will step in. Left-handed hitting shortstop. Williams hitting .316 on the year. He leads the team in home runs with 10. So he takes that one in there for a called strike. Williams listed 5'10", Paintsville, Kentucky native. As West Alabama's Holland will throw over. Back in time is Bell. Holland will deal the 0-1. That'll be chopped foul just behind the back of the first base coach. Spring Hill College is coached by Walker Bullington. It's his second season, 60 wins, 41 defeats. In his time at Spring Hill, he's got his team this year off to a 27-18 start. Holland to the plate. That'll miss tall, 1-2 the count. Spring Hill, part of the SIAC, the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. You may be familiar with that. That's Tuskegee, Miles, and the like. We've seen Tuskegee this year. The 1-2, that'll find the screen as Seth Williams. His count remains 1-2. 1 out and a runner aboard. We're in the top of the first inning. We're scoreless here in Livingston. Graham will throw over to first. Back in time is Bell. Bell on the year for 4 for 4 in stolen base attempts. This is a team that does like to run. They've stolen 90 bags out of 113 tries this year. Graham throws over. Back in time is Bell. Graham doesn't like the sign, so he'll shake him off. He'll deal. Williams will go down on strikes. Second out of the inning. Nice pitch right there by West Alabama's Graham Holland as he retires Williams. Eli Benoit will step in, the designated hitter, As Graham throws over to first, back in time is Jackson Bell. Benoit, 5'9", sophomore, Lafayette, Louisiana. Benoit lets that one into center field. Giving chase will be Will Wood. He'll record the out in center. No runs on one hit, no errors. And the Badgers, they strand one. Scoreless after a half inning. 104.9 the press box.
One hit, no error.
We head to the bottom of the first inning scoreless. Defensively for the Badgers. From left to right in the outfield, it'll be John Webb in left, Jackson Bell in center field, Teran Smith in right, Jack Taylor at third base, Seth Williams at shortstop, Ethan Valdez, he'll handle the job at second base. Parker Serio at first, and this afternoon's battery behind the dish, it'll be Izzy Carrera. And on the bump for the Badgers, it'll be the left-hander, Cooper Simmons. Simmons on the year. Only his third start of the season. Typically comes in out of the bullpen. He's made 9 appearances out of the bullpen. 8.76 ERA. 12 and a third innings pitched. He struck out 5 and walked 6. Opponents hit .459 against the left-hander. And West Alabama's Bryce Newman, he will hit it. He will lead it off for the Tigers. Newman stepping in, hitting .274 on the season as he awaits the offering there from Simmons. Swinging first pitch, that's going to be to the shortstop. Backhand, throws across the diamond. One pitch, one out as Newman grounds out to the shortstop. A solid play by Seth Williams. He made 2 steps, to his right. Backhanded, planted through, and he gets the out. Blake Vineyard will step in. Vineyard leads the team in runs, hits, and tied for the team lead in doubles with 10. As he swings at the first pitch, that one's chopped foul down the third base line. Vineyard hitting .302. A guy that he goes up there to hit, that's for sure. Swinging on the 0-1. Ripped foul down the first base line. 0-2 the count for Vineyard. Simmons will set at the belt. The 0-2 pitch. Check swing. Didn't go. First base umpire Dustin Ragsdale agrees. Over at third base today it'll be Scott McMurrian. And behind the plate doing the umpiring, that'll be Gary Haynes. The 1-2 on the way to Vineyard off speed. That's going to be popped up over the press box. Count remains 1-2. Defensively straight away for the Badgers. They've got one out here in the bottom of the first. Simmons will deal. That one's off speed. Catches the outside corner. Called strike. Vineyard will go down looking. Vineyard seemed absolutely just
number 10,
shocked that was called a strike. As the off-speed pitch catches the outside corner. Kitterman hitting in the 3-hole today. The 39th time of the season that Kitterman has hit in the 3-hole, so very familiar spot in the lineup for Houston. Kitterman takes that one outside, ball one. Simmons gets to sign the 1-0. That misses outside. Tigers will hit the road on Thursday. They'll travel to Rome Thursday in the evening and then play Friday morning and the doubleheader on Saturday morning. 2-0 pitch on the way to Kitty. Off speed, catches the outside corner, called strike. Simmons listed 6 foot, Winter Springs, Florida native. The 2-1. That'll find the screen, evens the count at 2. Kitterman, one of those seniors that was honored this weekend, taking Tart Field for the final time in his UWA Tiger career. Two-two pitch on the way. That's going to be lifted into right field. Giving chase is Smith. And Smith will make the play. The Tigers are retired in order in their half of the first. We head to the top of the second, scoreless, 104.9, the press box.
Top of the second, third baseman, number 25, Jack Taylor.
Holland deals, catches a corner, called strike here to start the second inning. As Jack Taylor steps in, he's got a 1-1 count. Taylor, the right-handed hitting third baseman. Holland working quickly, the 1-1. That'll miss low. 5, 6, and 7, 2 up here in the Badgers' half of the second inning. It'll be Taylor, Serio, and Smith. Holland from the wind-up, the 2-1. Chop toward the third base dugout. That'll even the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here at the top of the second. We're scoreless at Tart Field. Holland to the plate, the 2-2, just outside. Now run the count full. Jack Taylor stepping in. He's hitting 305. He awaits the 3-2. He'll find the screen. And the count will remain 3-2. Taylor's the team leader in RBI. He's driven in 49 as he awaits the 3-2 offering. That's going to be lifted into left field, giving chase Albert Hernandez. Hernandez will make the play out number one as Taylor is retired on the fly out to left field. That'll bring to the plate the first baseman, Parker Serio. Serio wearing number 34 as he swings through that one. Redshirt junior, 6'2". Redshirt junior from New Orleans, Louisiana. Quickly behind in the count is Serio. Holland wasting no time as he winds and deals the 0-2. That'll miss outside, 1-2 the count. Holland with a nod from the windup, the 1-2. Serio will find the screen. Count remains 1-2. Serio of the year, 309 hitter. 139 at-bats, 27 runs, 43 hits, 33 driven in as he takes that one outside for ball two. That evens the count at 2. Two-two pitch on the way. Serio. He struck him out. Second out of the inning. That'll bring to the plate Teran Smith.
Torian Smith.
First pitch to Smith's tall. 1-0 the count to Smith. Smith hitting 319. Swings at that one. It'll get over the screen. Evens the count at 1. The 1-1. Called strike. 1-2 the count. The 1-2 pitch on the way to Smith, and Smith will go down on strikes. Badgers retired in order. We head to the bottom of the second, scoreless. 104-9, the press box. Head to the bottom of the second inning.
First baseman, number 21, Chase DeJean.
It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for West Alabama. DeJean, Pelkey, and Thibodeau. DeJean steps in. He's hitting 250. Playing first base today. Back out for his second inning of work will be Simmons as DeJean swings through that one. 0-1 to count. The 0-1 pitch on the way. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle, snagged by the shortstop. That's Seth Williams. Ranging glove side. Williams will throw it across the diamond. And DeJean will record the first out of the inning on the ground out to the shortstop. Stepping in will be Braden Pelkey. Pelkey playing third base this afternoon. Waits the offering from Simmons. That's in the dirt. Simmons gets the sign he likes. He'll work there from the third base side of the rubber, the 1-0. Off speed. Evens the count at 1. Pelkey, the junior from Phoenix City, Alabama, he awaits the 1-1 offering. As Simmons takes that deep breath, the 1-1. This is outside, 2-1 to count. Two-one pitch, it's on the way. Chopped toward the third baseman. Fielding it in foul territory is Jack Taylor. That'll even the count at 2. That was just foul. Right on top of it, third base umpire Scott McMurray. Pelkey making his way back to the batter's box. Nobody aboard and one out here in the bottom of the second inning. We're scoreless. Tigers looking for their first hit of the afternoon. Simmons gets the sign there. He's working with Carrera. 2-2 pitch on the way. Off speed. Misses outside. Runs the count full. Pelkey hitting in the 5 spot. On deck, Nick Thibodeau, the West Alabama DH. Three-two pitch on the way. That'll lift over the first base dugout. Count remains full. One out here in the bottom of the second inning. We're scoreless. Cooper Simmons, the left-hander, on the bump for the Badgers of Spring Hill. He gets a new sign, the 3-2 pitch. It's on the way. Off speed, popped up on the infield. Giving chase near the foul line is the second baseman, Ethan Valdez. And Pelkey retired on the pop-up. To the second baseman, Nick Thibodeau will step in. Thibodeau on the year, 270 hitter. He leads the team in home runs. Also leads the team in strikeouts, the right-handed Thibodeau. Stepping in and awaiting the offering there from Cooper Simmons. Thibodeau swinging first pitch. That'll foul over the first base dugout. Tibbs listed 6 foot 185. He's a junior. Hails from Burlington, Ontario, Canada. As he awaits the 0-1 offering from Simmons. That one's going to miss low. Evens the count 1. Simmons the 1-1. This is inside. 2-1 to count. Two-one offering on the way there to Thibodeau. Misses low, 3-1 to count. The 3-1. Caught strike. That'll run the count full. Simmons gets the sign. He'll set there at the belt. 3-2 pitch on the way. That's going to be hit toward the shortstop. Handing it is Williams. One hop, not in time. Infield base hit for Nick Thibodeau. Thibodeau hustling out of the box. First hit of the afternoon for West Alabama.
Catcher, R.J. Fletcher.
R.J. Fletcher will step in. 2 outs and a runner aboard. R.J. on the year with 2 outs. He's a .250 hitter. That one gets away from the catcher. That's going to be a pass ball for Izzy Carrera. Thibodeau moves up into scoring position. RJ waits the 1-0. Simmons will check on the runner at second, and he'll deal. Blocked up by Carrera, 2-0 the count. RJ hitting in the 7th spot. On deck, Albert Hernandez. Simmons to the plate. Outside corner called strike. RJ didn't particularly care for that one. We're scoreless in the bottom of the second. West Alabama with a runner in scoring position. RJ shoots that one toward the Tiger bullpen. Well foul. Evens the count at 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Thibodeau's aboard at second. Spinning and throwing to second is Simmons. Back easily is Thibodeau. Base hit could put West Alabama on top here. Simmons checks and deals. Chop toward the third baseman. That's Taylor. He'll fire it across the diamond. RJ retired on the ground out to third. West Alabama no runs on a hit. They strand one. We head to the top of the third, scoreless, 104.9 the press box.
In the second, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. Leading off for Spring Hill in the
head to the top of the third inning.
Fielder number 11, John Webb.
West Alabama's starter, Graham Holland, out for his third inning of work. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Badgers. Webb, Carrera, and Valdez. Webb, the right-handed hitting left fielder. He'll step in to lead it off. Webb on the year, 260 hitter. He takes that one outside for a ball. The 1-0 delivery. Fouled off over the press box. That'll even the count at 1. Webb listed 6'4". Sophomore from Memphis, Tennessee. Went to Christian Brothers High School. The 1-1. Too low. Two 2-1 pitch on the way. That one's a little low. Runs the count 3-1. The 3-1. 5-pitch walk to lead off the third inning. Webb's aboard on the free pass. Stepping in as the catcher. Izzy Carrera. Throwing behind the runner at first is RJ. A quick tag by Dejan. Back in time is Webb. 1-0 the count to the right-handed hitting catcher. That's Carrera. Redshirt junior. Madisonville, Louisiana is Carrera. Holland throws over to first. Webb back easily. The 1-0, too low. 2-0 the count. Carrera fairly limited at bats this year, just his 30th at bat of the season. So he takes that one outside the strike zone. Holland's put himself in a little bind here. Leadoff walk and an 0-3-0 count to the 9-hole hitter. That one's in there for a called strike. The 3-1 pitch on the way. That's going to be a liner to Kitterman. Just out of the reach of Houston Kitterman. That one will be safely hit into center field. So runners at the corners.
Second baseman Ethan Valdez.
Back to the top of the stack will be the Badgers. Ethan Valdez will step in. Valdez, the team leader in average. Threat to bunt is Valdez. He shows bunt. Right on cue. Fouls that one toward the first base dugout. 0-1 the count. Leads the team in sac bunt attempts, or successful sac bunts. Holland throws to first. Back in time is Carrera. Holland fakes to first, throws to third. Did he get him? Boom! Got him! Holland fakes the throw to first base, turned, fired to third. And John Webb picked off on the 1-5. First out of the inning. Pitch out. Evens the count at 1. They thought that Carrera might be running. He was not. Carrera 1 for 3 on stolen bases this year as Holland deals to the plate. That'll find its way over the press box, 1-2 the count. Holland will set there just below the belt. He'll throw to first. Back in time is Carrera. The 1-2 on the way. Check swing fouled off by Valdez. One out and a runner aboard. We're in the top of the third inning, scoreless. Graham Holland, he gives RJ the nod, and he'll throw over. The 1-2 pitch on the way. That's going to be hit toward Newman at shortstop. Backhands it, fires to second. Got him. Nice play by Bryce Newman at shortstop. Backhands it, got a foot planted. And he was able to get the lead runner. Erases Carrera.
Center fielder Jackson
6-4. Second out of the inning. Valdez aboard on the fielder's choice. Nice play right there by Bryce Newman on a ball that wasn't hit extremely hard. But Newman able to get there backhanded. Gets the lead runner. Stepping in, Jackson Bell. Takes that one outside the strike zone for a ball. Valdez aboard at first, 7 of 9 on stolen base attempts this year. One 1-0 count to the right-handed hitting center fielder. That's Jackson Bell. Holland to the plate, called strike. That'll even the count at 1. So 1-1 count to Bell. 2 outs and a runner aboard at first. Holland deals. Chopped foul. Down the third base sign, down near the dugout. 1-2 the count. Home plate umpire Gary Haynes says he's ready to proceed. Holland, he'll deal the 1-2. That one just missed a little tall. Evens the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Valdez aboard at first. Two to the plate. Bell will go down on strikes. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. And the Badgers, they strand one. We head to the bottom of the third, scoreless. 104.9 the press box.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Badgers, number 23, Salone White.
The Badgers, they're going to go to the bullpen. They're going to go with a right-hander. It'll be number 23, Salon White, 7.88 ERA. Eighth appearance, 8 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, 324 batting against. White averages a hit batsman every other inning, as he'll have to contend with 8, 9, and 1. It'll be Hernandez, Wood, and then back to the top of the stack, Bryce Newman. That one will miss in the dirt, ball 1. The 1-0 to Albert. That'll be a little tall. Two 2-0 pitch on the way, outside. Hernandez way ahead in the count here, 3-0. White with a long pause. Hernandez, the green light, 3-0. 3-1 to count. White gets the sign he likes. He's right dead middle of the rubber there. Outside corner, called strike. A delayed call right there. Hernandez had already flipped his bat to the dugout. He'll come back and step in with a 3-2 count. Hernandez hitting in the 8th spot today. 3-2 pitch on the way. Hernandez rips that one into left field. Going back. Big fly for Albert Hernandez. He thought he drew the walk. They wanted him to come back, and Hernandez finds his way out of the yard as Albert logging his first home run as a Tiger. It got out of left field. And the Tigers, they lead it 1-0 on the solo home run by the left fielder. Hernandez with a big fly here in the Tiger half of the third. Stepping in will be Will Wood. First pitch to Wood. Outside. Called strike. Hernandez got one he could turn on, and he squared it up and made it good on the extra pitch they wanted to make him see. The 0-1 to Wood. Low evens the count. The 1-1. Allen got away from White there. Carrera stabs it, keeps it from going to the backstop, but that just completely slipped out of the hands of the right-hander. Two-one pitch on the way. Too tall. Will Wood way ahead the count. The 3-1. That's going to be dropped into left field for a base hit. So back-to-back knocks for West Alabama on the bottom part of the lineup. Tigers with a runner aboard at first and no out. Stepping in will be the leadoff man, Bryce Newman. Newman grounded out to the shortstop back in inning number 1. The solo home run puts West Alabama on top by a score of 1-0. No outs and a runner aboard here in the Tiger half of the third. Curveball in there called strike. Newman behind in the count 0-1. White will deal. Misses tall. Count evens at 1. Hernandez home run. Just the 22nd home run of the season for West Alabama, but he gives the Tigers a lead here. White will deal. Chopped foul. Third base line, fumbling around with it is Jack Taylor. Newman aboard on the error.
Right fielder Blake Vineyard.
That'll put runners at first and second. Wood got on via the single. Bryce Newman on the air by the third baseman. 2 runners on, nobody out. And that'll bring to the plate Blake Vineyard. White to the plate. In the dirt, blocked up by Izzy Carrera. Vineyard, the number 2 man in average, leads the team in runs, hits, and tied for the team lead in doubles. The 1-0 pitch on the way. That one's going to be lifted into left field. Coming in to make the play, John Webb. Vineyard retired on the fly out to left. First out of the inning.
Second baseman Houston Kitterman.
Houston Kitterman will step in for West Alabama. 2 runners aboard. Kitterman flew out to right field back in the first. White will deal. That came very close to hitting the bat there behind the head of Houston Kitterman. Salon White, the reliever listed 6'2" senior from Fairhope. Struggling a little bit with the command here. As we're in the Tiger half of the third, the Tigers lead it 1-0. White to the plate. That'll miss outside. On deck for the Tigers, the first baseman, Chase DeJean. Throwing to first back in time is going to be Newman. Taking third base will be Will Wood. The ball briefly got away from the first baseman. Wood saw it in the dirt, felt like he had a good read, and goes sliding into third base to put runners at the corners for West Alabama. 2-0 count to Kitterman. As Woods got a walk and lead at third, Bryce Newman aboard at first base. Throwing over once again as White, back easily as Newman. Kitterman with 2 aboard, 1 out. Waits the offering from White. White throws over. Newman's back. Newman just 3 of 8 on stolen base attempts this year. Getting a lot of attention from the Badgers reliever. The 2-0. Chopped foul. That one just dribbled toward the third base dugout. 2-1 the count to Houston Kitterman. White throws over, gets away from the first baseman, and West Alabama will score on the error. A lot of attention being paid to Bryce Newman, and he gets away from the first baseman. The Tigers played another run. The 2-1. Kitterman takes that one inside. Kitterman swinging right there on the 3-1, fouls it off. That'll run the count full. Three-two count to Kitterman. White will deal. Kitterman lifts it high and foul there down the left field line. Three-two on the way. Runner goes. And Kitterman will take the walk there.
Chase DeJean.
DeJean steps in. DeJean stepping in with two runners aboard and one out. Too tall. The 1-0. He'll swing through it. So two balls mishandled at first base have led to a West Alabama run. The 1-1. DeJean lifts it into center field. Saddling under it will be Jackson Bell. DeJean will be retired on the F8 to center field, second out of the inning.
Third baseman Braden Pelkey.
Braden Pelkey will step in. Pelkey popped up to the second baseman back in the second inning. Tigers lead it 2-0. Runners at first and second with two outs. White will throw to second. Back easily is Newman. Inning started off with a solo home run by Hernandez. Will Wood singled. Newman got aboard on the E5, and then some mishandled pickoffs by the first baseman. Turning and throwing to second. Back in there. That's a pretty good throw right on the money there by the right-hander. Salon White, but getting back safely is Bryce Newman. He's got himself a good two-out lead. Kitterman's aboard at first base. Newman will be looking to score on a base knock. White will deal in the dirt. Blocked up by the catcher. That's Izzy Carrera. We appreciate you tuning in to 104.9 The Press Box. If you happen to be listening to the SlyRock.com app or the YouTube live stream, we appreciate that. Wherever you might be enjoying some Tiger baseball this afternoon. The 1-0. Pelkey will swing through that one. That'll even the count at 1. A ball and a strike to Braden Pelkey. Runners at first and second for West Alabama. They've got 2 outs. Good speed at second base. That's Bryce Newman. Houston Kitterman aboard at first. Pelkey awaits the 1-1. White will deal. That's going to be lifted on the infield. The runners, they're moving. Battling the sun is the third baseman, Jack Taylor. And Taylor will drop it. Taylor battling the sun as he drops the pop-up on the infield. Scoring from second base is Bryce Newman. So Pelkey will find his way aboard on the miscue at third base. Tigers play the third run of the inning. And Nick Thibodeau will step in. Well, I'd love to see Thibodeau run into one right here. That one catches the inside corner for a called strike. Tibbs didn't really care for that one. Might have been a little in, but not the one he was looking for nonetheless. Tibbs leads the team in home runs. He's got 6. The 0-1 in the dirt, blocked up by Carrera. One count to Thibodeau. 2 runners aboard, 2 outs. White to the plate. Blocked up by Carrera. Pelkey credited with an infield hit there on a ball that was seemingly lost in the sun by Jack Taylor at third base. The 2-1, too tall. The count. Thibodeau way ahead. Kitterman's at second base. Pelkey's aboard at first. That one's going to be ripped up the middle. Kitterman rounding third. He's going to try to score. And Houston Kitterman will plate the 4th run for the Tigers as he's able to score easily from second baseman on the RBI single up the middle by Nick Thibodeau. Looks like head coach Walker Bullington has seen all he wants to see from his starter. We'll take a break. We'll bring the bullpen change when we come back. 104.9, the Press Box. Badgers decide to go to the bullpen. They're going to go with number 22, Anthony Ailman, 6'6" junior from Slidell, Louisiana. Ailman on the year, his 8th appearance, 6 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, 5 walks. He's held opponents to a 105 batting average. He's got a 3 ERA. The big left-hander steps in. 2 out, 2 runners aboard. R.J. Fletcher at the plate for the Tigers. R.J. grounds it out to the third baseman. Back in the second. Ailman to the plate. Blocked up by Carrera. Pelkey's aboard at second base. Thibodeau aboard at first. RJ at the plate with a 1-0 count. Ailman will deal. That's going to get away from the catcher. That's a pass ball. Right off the end of the glove there for Carrera. Thibodeau cruises into second. And Pelkey now stands 90 feet away from the Tigers' 5th run of the afternoon. Ailman with a long look. Shakes off the first sign. Now he's ready to go. The 2-0. That misses outside the strike zone. 3-0 the count. 9th batter of the inning for West Alabama. They played at 4. Started off with a solo home run by Albert Hernandez. Hernandez stands on deck as RJ awaits the 3-0. Called strike. Firing behind the runner there. Pelkey back at third. Runners at second and third. 2 outs. Tiger half of the third inning. They lead it 4-0. The left-hander, he'll set there at the belt. The 3-1. That one will be fouled off of the mask of the catcher. Runs the count full. RJ awaits the 3-2. Ailman will deal. RJ line drive. Sinking by the shortstop. Shortstop not able to hold on to it. Seth Williams can't squeeze it. Coming in to score will be Pelkey. Runners at the corners as RJ gets aboard.
Batting Albert Hernandez.
Hernandez, he got the inning started with a solo home run as he steps in with 2 out and 2 aboard. Ailman will throw over back easily as RJ. Tenth batter of the inning for West Alabama. The Tigers have played at 5. Ailman will deal. Too tall. The 1-0. They credit RJ with a single there on that sinking line drive. Also, will give him an RBI. The 1-1. Too tall. 2-1 pitch on the way. That's going to find its way over the press box. Evens the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners at the corners. Albert Hernandez at the plate. He had a solo home run to lead off the Tiger half of the third. As he awaits the offering from the reliever. That's Anthony Ailman. Chopped foul. See some milling around down in the Tiger bullpen now. More action in the Badger pen as well. 2's across the board. Hernandez lifts that one foul down the left field line, giving chase as the third baseman. Taylor, he'll run out of real estate as that one will find its way in behind the tarp. Hernandez is the 10th batter of the inning. And he got the party started here in the third with a solo home run that was well struck. It got out of left. His first home run of the year. Ailman will deal. RJ goes. Firing at third base. And that one gets away. West Alabama will play another one. RJ goes first to third. And coming in to score will be Nick Thibodeau on the error by the catcher. A whole host of miscues here in the third inning have led to 6 West Alabama runs. As Hernandez awaits the 3-2. That one's going to be lifted into center field. Coming in to make the play will be Jackson Bell, but West Alabama, they played 6 in the third. 104-9. The press box.
3 errors, 1 left on base.
We head to the top of the 4th inning. West Alabama's starter, Graham Holland, will come out for his 4th inning of work through 3 innings. He surrendered no runs on just 2 hits. He's walked 1 and struck out 4. He has thrown 55 pitches. Here in the 4th, it'll be due up 3, 4, and 5.
Leading off for Spring Hill.
It'll be Williams, Benoit, and Taylor due up. Seth Williams will step in. Struck out back in the 1st inning. Shows bunt, and that one goes to the screen. 1-0 the count. Holland from the windup. Catches the outside corner. 1-1 offering will be fouled off. That'll run the count. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Off balance swing. And Williams will go down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. First out of the fourth inning.
Designated hitter Eli Benoit.
Eli Benoit will step in. He flew out to center field in the first. Takes that one low for ball one. The 1-0. This is outside. 2-0 the count. The 2-0 pitch, that's going to be lifted into right. Giving chase will be West Alabama's Blake Vineyard. One step before the foul line. Vineyard will make the play. Out number 2. Nice job right there by Blake Vineyard of just getting there, giving himself an opportunity to make the play.
Third baseman Jack Taylor
makes the long run. 2 outs. Stepping in will be Jack Taylor. He flew out to left in the second inning. Takes that one low for ball one. The 1-0, too tall. Taylor listed 6 foot. Junior, Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada. As he's got himself a 2-1 count. Holland working quickly, the 2-1. That'll be fouled off, evens the count at 2. Holland gets the sign, the 2-2 pitch on the way, blocked up by RJ. Runs the count full. From the windup, the 3-2 pitch, too tall. Aboard on the 2-out walk will be the third baseman, Jack Taylor.
First baseman Parker Serio.
Parker Serio steps in. He struck out in the second. Serio hitting .309 on the year. He's got 2 outs and a runner aboard. He'll take that one tall. Graham will deal. Misses tall. So after the long bottom of the third inning, Holland got 2 quick outs here in the fourth, and now laboring a little bit. He'll deal the 2-0. Serio will swing through that. 2-1 to count. Aboard at first on the walk, that's Jack Taylor. Holland sets below the belt, the 2-1. He induces the swing and miss. That's more like it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner aboard at first base. Holland with a nod. The 2-2. That's going to miss low. Taylor will get a head start on the 3-2 pitch here. Serio, he awaits the 3-2. Holland will throw over. Back easily is Jack Taylor. Holland, the 3-2. That's going to be lifted into center field, playable for Will Wood. Wood makes the play. Third out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. The Badgers, they strand one. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Tigers on top 6-0. The Badgers, they're going to start the Tiger half of the fourth inning by going to the bullpen. They're going to bring out the right-hander. It'll be Chambers McGilberry. 14th appearance of the year for the right-hander. 14 in the third innings pitched, 13 strikeouts, 12 walks. Opponents hitting .348 against the right-hander. He's got an 11.93
Leading off for West
ERA.
Alabama in the bottom of the fourth, center fielder Will Wood.
It'll be 9-1-2 for West Alabama. Will Wood will start it off. Wood singled and scored last inning. Takes that one outside the strike zone. Ball number 1. That one's outside the strike zone. 2-0 the count to the left-handed hitting center fielder, Will Wood. Two-one count to Wood. McGilberry. He gets the sign. He'll deal. That'll be missing the strike zone, low in the count. Wood way ahead here with a 3-1 count. 5-pitch walk. Wood's aboard. Tigers back to the top of the stack. It'll be Bryce Newman. Newman 0 for 1 with the on via the error. Steps in with nobody out and the runner aboard. McGilberry to the plate. Curveball inside corner called strike. Fourth pitcher of the afternoon for the Badgers. Tigers lead it by a score of 6-0. That one's too tall. 30th meeting between these two ball clubs. West Alabama has a slight edge in the series record. They've got 16 victories to the Badgers 13. They lead it here 6-0. McGilberry to the plate. Newman, he'll shoot that one into right field. It'll be a base knock as Newman drops it into right.
Right fielder Blake Vineyard.
2 runners aboard for West Alabama here in their half of the fourth inning. Vineyard looking for his first hit of the afternoon. Vineyard swinging first pitch to the second baseman. He'll get it to short, a good turn, and it'll be a 4-6-3 double play as Vineyard grounds out.
Second baseman Houston Kitterman.
Will Wood will advance to third base. And that'll bring to the plate Houston Kitterman. Kitterman's reached base safely in 8 straight games. He walked back in the third. McGilberry to deal. Inside, that'll miss. Kitterman ahead here, 1-0. Got a Another Tiger run 90 feet away. Kitterman lifts that, put into center field. Going back is Bell. He'll camp under it. West Alabama in the fourth. No runs on a hit. No errors. They strand one. We head to the top of the fifth. Tigers on top. 104.9. The press box.
One runner left on base.
The Tigers, they're going to go to the bullpen. They're going to go with the right-hander. It'll be Jackson Wynn. 14th appearance of the year for Wynn. 18 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts. 8.00
Also defensive changes for West
ERA.
Alabama. Now behind the plate, number 5, Jacob Messina.
Defensively, West Alabama will bring Jake Messina in behind the plate as he fires it down. Due up for the Badgers.
Number 14, Torian Smith.
Due up for the Badgers, it'll be 7, 8, 9. It'll be Smith, Webb, and Carrera. As I make these changes here, we're in the top of the fifth. Smith stepping in. Check swing foul ball. 0-1 to count. Tigers, 6 runs on 8 hits, no errors. As Wynn will deal. High and inside. Evens the count at 1. Smith struck out to end the second. Wynn will work from the first base side of the rubber. He'll deal. That'll miss outside. Two 2-1 to count to the right-handed hitting right fielder. That one's lifted foul. That'll get over the third base dugout. Evens the count at 2. I don't know if I like that plan right there. There is a infant crawling up the steps, attended by his mom there, but that looks dangerous. The 2-2. That one's going to be lifted high down the left field line. Giving chase is Pelkey, sliding is Newman. And that one will fall foul. A fantastic run by Bryce Newman down the left field line. Newman coming from the shortstop position. Pelkey was going straight back. And Hernandez there in left field was shaded towards center there. Not able to make the play, so Teron Smith will have another crack at it. He's got a 2-2 count. Win from the windup, the 2-2. Blocked up by Messina. Full count to the right-handed hitting right fielder. Win will deal. That's going to be ripped down the left field line toward the Badger bullpen. Got some folks moving around in both of the bullpens. Wynn gets the sign. Shakes him off. Now he's got one he likes. The 3-2. That's going to be lifted down the right field line, giving chase. A nice run by Blake Vineyard. And Smith retired on the fly out to right field. First out of the inning. We're in the top of the fifth. This one's scheduled for 9.
Left fielder John Webb.
John Webb will step in. He walked back in the third inning. Takes that one outside the strike zone. Wynn from the windup, the 1-0. Bunted right back to the pitcher, fielded by Wynn. Fires to DeJean, second out of the inning. So Webb bunts it right back to Jackson Wynn. Easy put out 1-3. That'll bring to the plate the 9-hole hitter, the catcher, Izzy Carrera.
Catcher Izzy Carrera.
Carrera singled back in the third inning. One of only 2 hits for the Badgers this afternoon as he takes that one in there for a called strike. The 0-1. Curveball called strike. Wynn quickly ahead in the count 0-2. Wynn will deal. A ball and 2 strikes to the right-handed hitting catcher. That's Izzy Carrera. The 1-2 pitch on the way. He struck him out. A 1-2 threatening for West Alabama defensively. We head to the bottom of the fifth. The Tigers lead it by 6. 104.9, the press box.
For Spring Hill in the fifth. 3 up and 3 down. Leading off for UWA, number 21, Chase DeJean.
In the Tiger fifth, it'll be 4, 5, and 6. DeJean Pelkey and Thibodeau due up. DeJean 0 for 2 on the afternoon as he awaits the offering there from McGillberry. Check swing, did he go? First base umpire Dustin Ragsdale says he did. DeJean behind in the count 0-1. McGillberry. He'll deal the 0-1. Now it's going to be lifted into right field. Giving chase is Smith. Stumbling and making the play is Terran Smith. DeJean will be retired on the fly out to right field.
Third baseman, Braden Pelkey.
Braden Pelkey will step in. Pelkey 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. McGilvery to the plate. Inside corner called strike on the curveball. Pelkey awaits the 0-1. McGilvery will deal. Once again, curveball called strike. 0-2 the count to the right-handed hitting West Alabama third baseman. The 0-2, it's on the way. Little tall. 1-2 the count to West Alabama's Braden Pelkey. McGilvery, the 1-2. Check swing. Didn't go. Evens the count at 2. West Alabama's played at 6. They've gotten 8 hits this afternoon. We're in the Tiger half of the 5th inning. McGilvery to the plate. Chopped toward the third baseman. Kicked by Taylor. Fielded by the shortstop. That's going to be Williams, not in time. So Pelkey aboard on the E5.
Now batting Nick Thibodeau.
Thibodeau will step in. 5th error of the afternoon for Spring Hill. They came into the contest with 73 errors. Thibodeau steps in. 1 out and a runner aboard. McGilvery to the plate. In there for a called strike. On deck is West Alabama's Jacob Messina. The 0-1. Smothered by the catcher, Izzy Carrera. That could have easily gone to the backstop. Solid job right there by the Badger catcher. The 1-1 just misses on the inside part of the plate. 2-1 to count. Thibodeau's got himself a couple of singles this afternoon. He scored a run and driven one in. Tibbs awaits the 2-1. That's a little tall. 3-1 the count. Thibodeau on the year hitting .283, leads the team in home runs. The 3-1 on the way. Called strike. One out with a runner aboard at first base. That's Braden Pelkey. McGilvery, he'll deal the 3-2. Tibbs will go down on strikes. Second out of the inning. Stepping in for his first at-bat will be Jake Messina. Jake Messina. Messina with 2 out and a runner aboard at first base. McGilvery misses low. Messina ahead here, 1-0. The 1-0 offering. That misses tall. Messina on the year in limited at-bats. He's walked 11 times. He awaits the 2-0. Outside corner called strike. Messina awaits the 2-1. McGilberry, he'll deal. That's a little tall, 3-1 to count. Messina with a 3-1 count. Aborted first after the third base error is Braden Pelkey. McGilberry, the 3-1. Messina swings through that one, runs the count full. Pelkey will get a head start. McGilberry, the 3-2. Messina draws his 12th walk of the season. And that puts runners at first and second for the Tigers here in their half of the fifth inning.
Now batting Albert Hernandez.
Looks like the Badgers, they want to talk it over. We'll see if they decide to go to the bullpen, as McGilberry's the third person out of the bullpen this afternoon. Cooper Simmons got the nod for the start. McGilberry in for his second inning of work here. He's got 2 outs here in the Tiger half of the fifth inning. Looks like they're going to stick with McGilberry. Tigers with runners at first and second. Albert Hernandez, 1 for 2 on the afternoon with a big fly. Albert got the scoring started for West Alabama with a solo home run back in the third inning. And the Tigers, they ended up plating 6 there in the third. Albert awaits the offering there from the right-hander as McGilberry checks on the runner at second. He'll deal. That'll miss low. Aboard at second base, that's Braden Pelkey. Over at first, Jake Messina. Albert Hernandez at the plate with a 1-0 count here. The 1-0. That catches the inside corner. Called strike, evens the count at 1. Tigers ahead here 6-0. They played at 6 on 8 hits. McGilberry will deal the 1-1. That's tall, 2-1 to count. Both teams with relievers warming in the pen. Tigers with a 6-run lead here in their half of the fifth inning. The 2-1 on the way. Hernandez rips that one into left center field. The Tigers are going to plate another run. It looks like they'll try to score from first base. Messina hits third, and he'll come in easily to score 2 more for West Alabama. A 2 RBI double for Albert Hernandez. Hernandez has driven in 3 this afternoon. Tigers lead it by a score of 8-0. The Badgers want to go to the pen. We'll take a break. 104.9 the press box. Welcome back to Tart Field. The Badgers, they go to the bullpen. They'll call on the services of the right-hander. It'll be Jackson Kent. 11th appearance of the year, 6 1/3 innings pitched. He struck out 2 and walked 7. Opponent's batting 208 against the right-hander, an 8.53 ERA. Stepping in with 2 outs is the 9-hole hitter. That's Will Wood. 1 for 1 on the afternoon with a walk and a run scored. Hernandez aboard with 2 outs. He's at second base. Kent will deal. Outside corner called strike. Kent listed 6'4" junior from Pace, Florida. The 0-1. Wood will swing through that one. Evens the count, falls behind in the count 0-2. Kent will deal. That one almost got away from Carrera, but a great job right there to backhand that one, keeping it going to the backstop. Hernandez has to stay put at second base. Kent, the 1-2. Wood will go down on strikes, but the Tigers, they add 2 more. They lead at 8-0, 104.9 the press box.
On 1 hit.
Top of the 6th inning. Tigers will go to the bullpen. It'll be Peyton
Leading off the
Graben.
Badgers in the top of the 6th, second baseman Ethan Valdez.
Swaggy P will take the mound for West Alabama. Fifteenth appearance of the year for Swag. Paints the outside corner, called strike. 5.84 ERA, 12 in the 3rd innings pitched. He struck out 10. Tiger left-hander. He'll work from the first base side of the rubber, the 0-1. That'll miss outside. It's the top of the stack for the Badgers. Ethan Valdez, the second baseman. 0 for 2 on the afternoon. As Graben deals the 1-1, chop to the first baseman, backhanded by Dejan. And he'll take it himself. Ground ball out to the first baseman. Valdez retired.
Jackson Bell.
All the three unassisted. Jackson Bell singled in the first inning. One of only 2 hits on the afternoon for the Badgers. He's 1 for 2. He struck out looking in the third. As the right-handed hitting center fielder steps in against Graben. That'll miss outside to the right-hander. One-zero pitch on the way. That's going to be lifted foul. That'll even the count at 1. We're in the top of the 6th. West Alabama, 8 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They've stranded 4 this afternoon. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Bell behind in the count here. 1-2. Bell hitting in the 2 spot for the Badgers. Graben will deal. Ripped foul toward the third base dugout. Count remains 1-2. Nobody aboard. We're in the top of the 6th inning. West Alabama with an 8-0 lead. Graben will nod. The 1-2. I think he went with he's been tinkering with, and I've seen him do it throughout the year. He tinkers with a little bit of a knuckleball right there, and I think that's what he tried to throw, and it just got away from him. Evens the count at 2. 2-2 pitch on the way. That one's going to be lifted into right. Playable for Vineyard. Backpedaling. 2 steps in front of the warning track. Vineyard records out number 2 there in right field.
Shortstop Seth Williams.
Stepping in will be the shortstop, Seth Williams. 0 for 2 on the afternoon. He's got 2 strikeouts. Williams came into today hitting .316, leading the team in home runs with 10, and runs scored with 45. That one just misses inside. 1-0 the count. The 1-0. Chop toward the first base coach's box. That'll even the count at 1. Graben with a nod. The 1-1. Blocked up by Messina. 2-1 the count. Top of the 6th inning. 2 out, nobody aboard. Peyton Graben on the bump for the Tigers, the 2-1. He fouled that one off. Did Seth Williams. Just barely got a piece of that one. The 2-2 pitch on the way. That's going to be lifted into center field. Coming in is Wood. And Will make the play. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 6th. The Tigers head to the bottom of the 6th inning. They lead at 8-0. 104-9. The press box.
And 3 down.
If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life would be a dream. Sweetheart, I know how long it should bring you up from me to get boom. They on it in on the land. Oh, won't it? Up and over the world, life would be a dream. If only all my precious plans would come true. If you would let me spend my whole life loving you, life would be a dream, sweetheart.
We head to the Tiger half of the 6th inning. Back out in relief will be
Leading off for West Alabama,
Jackson
bottom of the
Kent.
sixth, shortstop Bryce Newman.
It'll be back to the top of the stack for West Alabama. Newman, Vineyard, and Kitterman due up. Newman 1 for 2. Did reach on the air and scored back in the 3rd. Kent from the windup. Little too tall, 1-0 the count. The 1-0 catches the inside corner. Evens the count at 1. Kent will deal the 1-1. That's low. 2-1 to count. Newman, the junior from Phoenix City, Alabama. He awaits the 2-1. That's ripped into center field. Nice piece of hitting right there by Newman. Second hit of the game.
Blake Vineyard.
Just gets him a little nice line drive to get things started here in the Tiger half of the 6th.
Your attention, please. Pinch running at first base, number 4, Sam Smith.
Sam Smith's going to come in. Smith pinch running at first base. Blake Vineyard stepping in. Vineyard will wear that one. Vineyard's 5th hit by pitch of the year. Puts 2 runners on for West Alabama.
Second baseman, Houston Kitterman.
Houston Kitterman steps in. Kitterman 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Movement in the Badger bullpen. Likewise for the Tigers. Kent will deal. That's too tall to Kitterman. Kitterman flew out to right back in the 1st. Walked and scored in the 3rd. And flew out to center field in the 4th. Kent will deal. Check swing. Did he go? Called strike on the check swing. Evens the count at 1. Jackson Kent leans in. He gets a sign there from Carrera. He'll set at the chest. He'll deal the 1-1. Too tall. Kitterman's ahead in the count 2-1. 2 runners aboard for the Tigers. No out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kent to the plate. Catches the bottom of the strike zone. Called strike. Kitty with a 2-2 count. You know he wants to get something he can barrel up here. Last opportunity to play here at Tart Field. As the innings are winding down for the senior, the 2-2. That one will be lifted over the press box. We'll reset and do that again. Kitterman came into the afternoon hitting .291. Team leader in RBI. He's got one in scoring position here. Two-two pitch on the way. The runners go. Double steal for West Alabama. The Badgers opted to throw for the runner at second base, not in time. So the double steal. Kitterman awaits the 3-2. Chopped foul. Count remains 3-2. 90 feet away is Sam Smith. At second base, Blake Vineyard. The Tigers' RBI leader, Houston Kitterman, at the plate. He's got himself a 3-2 count. Kent will deal. Kitterman draws the walk. Loads the bases.
First baseman Chase DeJean.
DeJean steps in. DeJean, a 244 hitter, but with the bases loaded this year, he's hitting 429. He's driven in 24. He's got 2 in scoring position here with nobody out. Kent will deal. Blocked up by Carrera. Sam Smith's aboard at third base. Blake Vineyard's at second. Over at first base, that's Houston Kitterman. No outs here in the Tigers' sixth. Kent will deal. Out in front is DeJean. And leaving the count at 1. That one gets away from Kent, and West Alabama's going to score a run. Heads up base running by Sam Smith as the throw back to the pitcher mishandled. The Tigers, they score another. 9-0. As Sam Smith comes in for the 9th run of the afternoon. DeJean's at the plate. Kent will deal. That one's going to be hit up the middle, fielding it, taking it himself at shortstop, and then firing over to first base. So it'll be the 6th unassisted double play. DeJean, 6U3 double play. Kitterman will be erased at second base. That's the first out. And then the 6-3, the back end of the double play, out number 2. Vineyard moving up to third base. Pelkey steps in. He takes that one for a called strike. The 0-1. Off speed, called strike. That caught the inside corner. Pelkey on the afternoon. 1 for 2. He's been on base twice, once via the error. The 0-2 pitch blocked up by Carrera. The 1-2, Pelkey. He'll go down on strikes, but the Tigers, they played another one here in the 6th inning.
1 error and 1 left on base.
1 run on 1 hit. There was an error, and the Tigers strand 1. They lead it by 9. 104.9, the press box.
Leading off for Spring Hill on the top of the seventh, designated hitter Eli Benoit.
The Tigers, they are going to go to the bullpen. They're going to go with Granger West. 14th appearance, 29 innings pitched, 22 strikeouts. As Eli Benoit will step in, swings at the first pitch. That's fouled over the press box. 0-1 the count. So, Tiger right-hander Granger West, redshirt freshman from Vestavia Hills. He's ahead in the count here, 0-1. Big swing and a miss as Benoit swings through that one. Defensive changes for West Alabama. Michael Allen Cole's over at first base. Sam Smith at second. Dejan will move to shortstop. And Kitterman will move from second to third as Benoit goes down on strikes. West making quick work of the designated hitter there. First out of the inning. Jack Taylor will step in. West from the windup. Too tall. So Kitterman moved from second to third. Dejan from first to short. Pinch runner Sam Smith comes in and plays second base. And Michael Allen Cole takes over at first base. 2-0 the count to the right-handed hitting third baseman. West will deal well outside. 3-0 the count. The 3-0 called strike. Jack Taylor with the 3-1. That'll find its way into the screen. Count runs full. Three-two pitch on the way. Umpire was bailing out on that one. Messina keeps it in front. And Jack Taylor, second walk of the afternoon, puts a runner at first base here in the top of the seventh for the Badgers. Parker Serio will step in 0 for 2 on the afternoon. That one's in the dirt, blocked up by Messina. Serio came into the afternoon hitting .309. Looks like pitching coach Brock Ward wants to talk it over with Granger West. We'll take a look at the weekend schedule for West Alabama. Friday afternoon single game set for 11 Central as they take on the Hawks of Shorter. Doubleheader scheduled for Saturday afternoon. 11 Central, first pitch for game number 1 as the Tigers. It'll be the final series of the regular season. Tigers looking to get their way into the conference tournament. Currently West Alabama in the 9 spot, tied for that 9 spot with Union. West Georgia and Shorter tied for 7th. Top 8 go. 6 spaces have been claimed. And there's really a 4-team battle for the final 2 spots. Shorter, West Georgia, West Alabama, and Union all vying for spots number 7 and 8. West the 1-0. That'll find the screen, evens the count at 1, and that hit the screen, made its way over, and then into the stands there. Parker Serio with a 1-1 count. 1 out and a runner aboard at first base. That'll find its way over the first base dugout. 1-2 the count. Tigers have plated 9 runs on 10 hits. West gets the side and he'll deal. Blocked up by Messina. Fourth pitcher of the afternoon for the Tigers. Graham Holland got the start. West came in relief of Peyton Graven. Came in after the Jackson win outing. West to the plate. It'll find the screen. Count remains 2-2. Serio hitting in the 6th spot, playing first base for the Badgers this afternoon. He's got a runner at first base. That's Jack Taylor. The 2-2 just misses outside. That'll run the count full. Granger to the plate. That'll be hit through the left side. Only the 3rd hit. Only the 3rd hit of the afternoon by the Badgers. As that one finds its way through the 5-6 hole. Runners at first and second for Spring Hill. Teron Smith stepping in 0 for 2. Strikeout and a fly out to right field. West to the plate. Inside corner called strike. The 0-1. The check swing, and he did go. 0-2 the count. To Teron Smith. Granger will deal. That's going to find its way foul down the left field line. Teron Smith, the redshirt senior from Plainfield, New Jersey. Smith came in today hitting .319. He is a double play candidate. West will deal. That one's going to be laced over the second baseman. It'll be a knock. Throw to the plate. Will hold the runner at third base. Back-to-back knocks for the Badgers.
Left fielder John Webb.
3 straight base runners for Spring Hill. Inning started with a strikeout. Then walk single. Will bring to the plate John Webb. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. West will deal. Called strike. Caught the bottom of the strike zone. John Webb listed sophomore 6'4" from Memphis, Tennessee. West sets right there at the belt. He'll deal the 0-1. That misses outside. 1-1 to count. Bases loaded. Just 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. The Tigers lead it 9-0. Granger West in relief for the Tigers as he'll deal the 1-1. That'll find the screen. 1-2 the count. A long look there for West. He gets a sign from Messina. The 1-2. Chopped foul toward the third base dugout. Count remains 1-2. Webb on the year, a .260 hitter. The 1-2. Chop towards Smith. He'll flip to DeJohn over to first. 4-6-3 double play. A nice double play started by Sam Smith as he gets the flip to Chase DeJohn. And the Tigers get out of the top of the seventh. They lead it 9-0. 104.9 the press box.
2 left on base. Fans, let's take a look at the Gulf South Conference scoreboard on this Tuesday afternoon in midweek. Top of the 4th inning in Clinton, Arkansas Marticello leading Mississippi College 7-4. A final at Arkansas Tech defeating Union 19-8. Final in Montgomery, AUM losing to Albany State 9-7. Bottom of the 9th inning in Cleveland, Tennessee, Delta State trailing Henderson State 12-5. Top of the 8th, Young Harris at home facing Lee. Young Harris leading 10-2, top 8. And bottom of the 9th, Embry-Riddle and Valdosta State are tied at 4. And one more score, North Georgia leading West Georgia 9-8, bottom of the 6th. Your attention, please, now pitching for the Badgers, number 13, Gavin Simeon. Leading off for the Tigers, number 22, Nick Thibodeau.
The Badgers, they're going to go to the bullpen. They'll go with a right-hander. It'll be Gavin Simeon. Only his second appearance on the year. He's not recorded an out. He did give up 2 runs on 2 hits, as he'll have to contend with 6, 7, and 8. It'll be Thibodeau up. Thibodeau swinging first pitch. Chopped toward the first base dugout. 0-1 the count to the right-handed hitting DH. Tibbs 2 for 3 on the afternoon. He's hitting .281. So he awaits the offering from the right-hander. That'll find the screen, and Tibbs behind in the count 0-2. Simeon from the windup. That one's lifted into right. Playable for Smith. As the out's recorded, Thibodeau will fly out to the right fielder.
Now batting Jacob Messina. Defensive changes for Spring Hill as well. Now at third base, number 1, John Maloney. And in right field, number 17, John Barnard.
Simeon will deal. Messina takes it for a called strike now in right field. Barnard. That's John Barnard in right field. As Messina fouls off the 0-1 offering, 0-2 the count. And at third base, John Mahoney. Messina takes the 0-2 outside the strike zone. 1-2 the count. The 1-2 offering misses. 2-2 the count. Messina, the 2-2 on the way. Ground ball to the shortstop. Williams on the run. He'll flip it across. Messina retired on the ground out to the shortstop. 6-3, second out of the inning.
Now batting number 29, Albert Hernandez.
Albert Hernandez will step in. Hernandez with nobody aboard. He'll take that one a little tall. 2 for 3 on the afternoon is Hernandez. He's got a solo home run and 3 driven in. The 1-0. Hernandez hammers that one into left. Is it going to stay fair? They call it a foul ball. Hernandez just shy of his second home run of the game, as that one was struck pretty well, but it gets foul. That evens the count at 1. Hernandez with 2 extra base hits this afternoon, a double and a home run. That one's in the dirt. 2-1 the count. The 2-1. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Dustin Ragsdale down at first base. On the check swing calls the strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody aboard. Simeon, he'll go from the windup. The 2-2. Hernandez will go down looking. The Tigers go down in order in their half of the 7th. They lead at 9-0, 104.9 the press box.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for West Alabama, number 31, Gates P.
Top of the 8th inning. Tigers are going to go to the bullpen. They'll call on the services of the right-hander. Team leading 18th appearance. It'll be Gates P. 17 in the third innings pitched, 12 strikeouts, 6.75 ERA. It'll be 9-1 and 2.
At the top of the eighth, catcher Izzy Carrera.
Izzy Carrera will step in, 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Singled back in the third, struck out looking in the fifth inning. As Gates comes in, he'll work from the stretch. First pitch swing against Carrera. 0-1 to count. Carrera being given just a little extra time there. Home plate umpire Gary Haynes cleans off the plate, and Gates eyes the mark. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. Quickly ahead is Gates. We're in the top of the eighth inning. Tigers on top 9-0. The 0-2 pitch. That'll be a slow. Ball and 2 strikes. Gator, he'll work from the third base side of the rubber. He'll deal the 1-2. That'll be a slow, evens the count at 2. Sun setting here at Tart Field. Those folks on the left side of the infield having to contend with the setting sun. Houston Kitterman strategically located in the shadow of the light pole there, the 2-2. 3-2 the count. So after 2 quick strikes to the catcher Carrera, Gator with a 3-2 count, nobody aboard, nobody out here in the Badger top of the eighth inning. The 3-2 pitch, that's going to be lifted into center field. Calling him off is Albert Hernandez in left center, so Carrera flies out to left field. First out of the inning, it'll flip the lineup over.
Your attention, please.
For the Badgers.
For Spring Hill, number 29, Jay McCants.
Going to go with a pinch hitter. That's number 29, Jay McCants. McCants just his 8th at-bat of the year. Left-handed hitting pinch hitter. Swinging first pitch. It'll be lifted into left field. McCants will be retired on the flyout to left field, second out of the inning.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for Spring Hill, number 41, Walter Gilliott.
Pinch hitter, number 41, Walter Gilliott, the freshman from Metairie, Louisiana. Swings through that one, 0-1 to count. Two outs in the inning here. Gator will deal. 0-2 the count there on the swing and the miss by Gilliott. Gator gets the sign. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Struck him out. Gilliott will go down on strikes.
3 up and 3 down.
The Badgers retired in order in their half of the eighth. We go to the bottom of the eighth inning. Tigers on top 9-0. 104.9 the press box. Will Wood steps in. He takes that one outside the strike zone. Tiger half of the ninth inning. It'll be Wood, Smith, and Vineyard. Wood shows bunt. That one will go foul. 1-1 the count. New pitcher for the Badgers. That'll be number 32. Luke Baker, 7th appearance of the year, 6 2/3 innings pitched. He struck out 5. As he's got a 1-1 count on the left-handed hitting Wood. A long look there for Baker. He'll go from the windup, does the right-hander. Outside corner called strike. 1-2 the count. The 1-2. Wood will go down on strikes. First out of the inning, it'll be
second baseman, number 4, Sam Smith.
Sam Smith stepping in. Sam came in as the pinch runner back in the 7th. Started a 4-6-3 double play in his first at-bat of the game here. Sam rips that one up the middle. A two-hopper to Williams. He'll throw across the diamond and beat Sam by about a half step. Smith retired
14, Blake Vineyard.
on the ground out to the shortstop. Defensive changes. Walter Gilliott goes into right field. John Bernard into center. And Jay McCants playing second base for the Badgers. Vineyard takes that one tall. Nobody aboard. 2 outs here. Baker will deal. Vineyard swinging there. That's lifted over the grandstand area here in between the press box and the first base dugout. 1-1 to count. The 1-1 on the way. Well outside, 2-1 to count. Vineyard hitting .296 on the year. Tied for the team lead in doubles with 10 as he awaits the 2-1 offering. That one misses outside, 3-1 to count. Then he got hit by a pitch back in the 6th. He's ahead here, 3-1. Swinging on the 3-1, lifting it on the infield. Making the play at third base will be John Mahoney. Vineyard retired on the pop-up to the third baseman.
Tigers in the 8th, no runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left to home base. Tiger fans, reminder, the baseball program will wrap up the regular season this weekend on the road when the Tigers head to Rome, Georgia to take on Shorter. Series will start Friday. Head to uwaathletics.com/live for complete coverage. Your attention, please. Now pitching for West Alabama, number 18, Jay Stunsford. Your attention, please. More defensive changes for West Alabama. Moving to left field, number 49, Will Wood. Now in center field for West Alabama, number 23, Kyle Vogler.
Welcome back to Tart Field. We head to the top of the ninth inning. In relief for West Alabama will be Jace Dunsford.
For Spring Hill in the top of the ninth, shortstop Seth
Dunsford's
Williams.
16th appearance, 17 innings pitched, 22 strikeouts, a 3.71 ERA. And defensively for West Alabama, this is a really cool move here as Kyle Vogler will come into center field. Vogler, one of the seniors that was recognized this past weekend, broke a bone in his wrist and during the Lee series, and he's been out ever since. He's been having a hard time throwing and being able to hit, but defensively sound, and he's pinch run some, but he's in here for his last opportunity defensively at Tart Field as that one's chopped toward the first baseman. Tagging is Will Wood. That ball was chopped toward the first baseman, Michael Allen Cole, as Seth Williams will be retired on the 3 unassisted first out of the inning. But finishing the thought on Kyle Vogler, he's had a nice career here at UWA, and he'll be able to take the field defensively one more time here at Tart as he takes over in center field. Dunsford buries that one in there. Eli Benoit takes it for a called strike. Benoit 0 for 3 on the afternoon. As Dunsford will deal. That one misses low, evens the count at 1. Will Wood moved from center field to left field. And Vineyard remains at right. The 1-1, too tall. 2-1 the count. So Vogler comes in for Hernandez. Moves to center. Wood moves to left. That one misses inside. Runs the count 3-1. Dunsford the 3-1. Check swing foul. That'll run the count full. Dunsford gets the sign. The 3-2 on the way. That's going to be lifted on the infield. DeJean calling everybody off in behind third base. And DeJean will make the play. Benoit retired on the pop-up to the shortstop. Second out of the inning.
Third baseman John Mahoney.
Stepping in, John Mahoney. Takes that one outside the strike zone, 1-0 the count. Dunsford the 1-0. Bounces that one in there, 2-0 the count to Mahoney. First at bat of the afternoon for Mahoney. He came in to play third base for Jack Taylor. The 2-0, too tall. 3-0 the count to Mahoney. In there for a called strike. 3-1. Mahoney in limited at-bats this year, hitting .297. He's collected 11 hits. Dunsford the 3-1. That one's going to be lifted into left field. Going back is Vogler. And they're going to play that one off the wall. Mahoney trying to go for 3. Firing it in will be Will Wood. As Mahoney off the left center field wall. Triple. That ball came within a whisper of getting out of here.
Now batting number 34, Parker Serio.
Will bring to the plate Parker Serio. Serio steps in with a runner at third and 2 outs. Chopped foul toward the third base dugout, 0-1 the count. To Serio, that's the right-handed hitting first baseman. The 0-1. The 1-1 on the way. That one's going to be lifted into right, playable for Vineyard. And Vineyard will record the final out. Tigers, the happy final, 9-0. We'll take a short break. We'll come back. We'll wrap it up. 104.9 the press box.
Runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Final score, West Alabama 9, Spring Hill nothing. Final line score this afternoon for the Tigers, 9 runs, 10 hits, no errors, 5 left on base. For the Badgers, no runs, 5 hits, 5 errors, and 6 left on base. Tiger fans, reminder this weekend that the UWA baseball program wraps up the regular season on the road at Shorter, and the series will start on Friday. Series will be streamed live on Shorter's athletic website on their YouTube channel, and will be broadcast with the UWA radio call on WSLY 104.9 locally in Livingston and on the Sly Rock app. Live coverage can be found at uwaathletics.com/live. Fans, be sure to follow UWA Athletics at uwaathletics.com for all the home of news, schedules, rosters, and more for all 16 varsity programs here at UWA. Again, that website, uwaathletics.com. Also follow the Tigers on social media, Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube at UWA Athletics. Thank you for attending West Alabama Baseball. Please drive home safely. Make sure all of your belongings are with you. Have a great night, and go Tigers.
The happy final in Livingston. West Alabama will win it 9-0 as the Tigers, they improve on the season to 20-24. The Badgers will fall to 27-19 as West Alabama held Spring Hill no runs, 5 hits, 5 errors, and the Badgers stranded 6. Tigers scored 9 runs on 10 hits, no errors. They stranded 5. Salon White tabbed with a loss this afternoon. He falls 0-1 on the season. Jackson Wynn picked up his 2nd win of the year. Pitching lines for the West Alabama staff. Graham Holland went 4 innings. No runs on 2 hits. He walked 2 and struck out 5. Jackson Wynn picks up the win in the inning pitched. He struck out 1. He allowed no runs on no hits. Peyton Graven, a perfect inning of work. Granger West, an inning where he surrendered no runs on 2 hits. He walked 1 and struck out 1. Gates P in his inning of work picked himself up a strikeout. And Jace Dunsford, no runs on 1 hit in his inning of work. Multi-hit games this afternoon. Bryce Newman, he went 3 for 4 with a run scored. Nick Thibodeau collected 2 hits. He was 2 for 4 with a run scored and a run driven in. And Albert Hernandez, 2 for 4. He drove in 3. He had himself a double. and he found himself leaving the yard for the first time as a Tiger. The Tigers, they'll hit the road for the final Gulf South Conference Series. They'll go to Shorter Friday, game number 1 of the series. That'll be at 11 Central. We'll have it on 104.9 The Press Box locally. We'll also have it on the SlyRock.com app. And then the doubleheader scheduled for Saturday. That one will kick off at 11 o'clock. We'll broadcast those on those same media outlets. You can also follow the live stats thanks to the folks there at Shorter. But the happy final this afternoon, the Tigers win it 9-0 for my YouTube video producer here in the booth, my main man, Philip Akins. He's been a rock star. This will be the last time that we work together this season, but hopefully we'll have an opportunity for our paths to cross again. Philip has, I tell you, Philip and I have put in a lot of miles between baseball and basketball, and he does a great job. We appreciate his efforts there. For our producer back at the station, Mr. Wayne Grant, he's a rock star. Tigers win it 9-0. I'm Will Atkinson, everybody. Good night, and go Tigers.